The world watched in horror as Hitler's Nazi regime plunged humanity into the darkness of the Holocaust. We vowed never again, yet history has an unsettling way of echoing. Today, uncomfortable parallels emerge between the Nazi Party's rise and the fervent MAGA movement in the United States. It's a comparison not to be made lightly, but one we ignore at our peril. This isn't about calling anyone a Nazi. It's about recognizing dangerous patterns and understanding how they can erode democratic values. The parallels are not exact, of course. Historical comparisons rarely are. But the similarities in rhetoric, tactics, and impact are striking and deeply concerning. Ignoring these warning signs would be a grave mistake. We must understand how these movements exploit fear, manipulate truth, and ultimately threaten the very fabric of democracy. Both Hitler and Trump rose to power on waves of populist rhetoric, tapping into existing anxieties and grievances. They presented themselves as strongmen, the only ones who could fix a broken system. Their messages resonated with people who felt unheard, forgotten, and left behind. Charisma became a weapon, rallies became rituals. The individual was subsumed by the movement. Both leaders cultivated a cult of personality, demanding unwavering loyalty and branding any criticism as an attack on the movement itself. Dissent was not tolerated, it was the first sign of weakness. Slogans are powerful tools. They distill complex ideas into easily digestible bites. They create a sense of belonging, a shared identity. The Nazis had Ein Volk, Ein Reich, Ein Führer, one people, one empire, one leader. It was a call for unity, but a unity built on exclusion and supremacy. Trump's Make America Great Again tapped into a similar vein. It evoked a longing for a bygone era, a time of perceived greatness. It fed on nostalgia and resentment, promising to restore America to its former glory. Both slogans, though different in their specifics, served the same purpose: to unite their followers under a banner of national identity, even if that identity was built on a foundation of exclusion and division. Section 4. Fueling the fire, fear and scapegoating. Fear is a powerful motivator. It can cloud judgment and erode critical thinking. Both the Nazis and the MAGA movement skillfully exploited fear to consolidate their power. The Nazis scapegoated Jews, blaming them for Germany's economic woes and social ills. They painted a picture of a nation under threat, its very existence at stake. Trump, too, relied on scapegoating. He stoked fears of immigrants stealing American jobs and painted a picture of a nation overrun by crime and chaos. He offered himself as the protector, the savior who would restore order and security. The message resonated particularly with those who felt economically insecure or culturally threatened. Section 5. Dangerous echoes, uncertain futures. The parallels between these movements are chilling. They serve as a stark reminder of how fragile democracy can be, how easily it can be manipulated and undermined. The tactics of fear-mongering, scapegoating, and the erosion of truth are not confined to history books. They are happening right now, in our own time. We must be vigilant. We must call out these tactics for what they are. We must defend the institutions that safeguard our freedoms. The lessons of history are clear. When we fail to learn from the past, we are doomed to repeat it. The echoes of the past are growing louder. It's time to listen.